Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Card Craft. Thanks for joining me again today. Right, back to our envelope flip folio journal thing. This has taken on a life of its own. I tell you, it's been a very big work in progress. Every night I'll come home and do another couple of pages and keep going, trying to get everything else done. So we're going to finish off. I've got a few final touches to do, and then we'll do a full flip through. And then I'm going to pop it in my Ko-fi shop and put it up. And I've still got the pink one to do. Haven't even had a chance to get back to the pink one. So that one will be done in stages as well. You probably won't see that. I may do a flip through. And then that one will go up into the Ko-fi shop as well. So without further ado, this is where I'm at. I don't have much to go, and some of it is slightly done. But so I've also pulled out, because we were working on all the book pages and all the rest, I've used a few digitals. This is a digital from TaylorMade Journals, La Vie en Rose. I did a journal with it a couple of years ago, and I love it. Luckily, I had lots and lots of it printed out because, as you know, the computer died and I lost all my downloads, and I haven't re-downloaded any of those ones again yet. So this one I just want to take off the... Hang on, I'll grab a cutting mat. I need to take off the white, and I just want to fold it. So I'm going to sit you over. It's so big. I'm so not used to working with this size journal. As most of you know, I work with smaller journals, and yeah, this has been, don't get me wrong, I've loved this size. It's been so different, but my word, it's been a challenge. So you never know, it may have started me off on larger journals. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. What is it? You never know your luck in a big city? Well, I live in a small city, but right. I think I had a little bit of white on that side too, just where it's come through the printer a little bit wonky. Now I have, this is the front, it was a full page, but I have tea dyed the back, and all I've done is got my big brush and a little pot of tea and just slapped it on to give me this variegated look. So I just wanted it as a little booky journal card type thing inside, into the large pocket. So I'm just going to do these. I may need to trim it down a little bit further in width. So I don't know why I'm inking it now, but that's just me. All right, fold it first, Kylie, and have a look. All right, yes, it has printed out wonky. So we'll grab that. I think I've put everything back. I've just found my desk. Would you believe it? Since this project started, I have not had a single piece of timber on my desk anywhere. I just went out to my daughter and I went, there's timber on my desk. And she went, great. And I went, yep, I found a spot, just enough space to put my tripod. So, yes, I am going to need to trim it down. It should fit that way. I'm going to need to trim a little bit top and bottom, which is a bit sad, but not much. So I'll use that. I want that brown still in it. We'll see how we go. What do we got that way? And we'll just keep trimming until we get the size that I want. So I'll go top and bottom to start with. Set that there. Let's see how we're going. It's going to need a little bit more, I reckon, because of the glue. Yep, just a little bit more. I might take it off the bottom, actually. And then I'll put a deeper ink on it, and we'll have a look. Because I love this. It just matched in with all of this lace. Now, this lace has just been added to a piece of vellum, but it was a printed vellum. So it worked really well. So it toned down the vellum and meant that it wasn't quite so in your face, but it's still toned in with the journal, with the greens and the florals. And I've actually kept to, there we go. I've actually kept to all the florals. I've never, I'm going to use the darker one. So I'm going to use Gathered Twigs. I have a real problem with keeping to themes because usually halfway through my brain goes, yeah, no, I'm over this, and we'll go on to some other theme, and it changes and all the rest. The only thing I have changed is, in my last video, I said we were going to fill it with postcards. Yeah, I got over the postcards. So, yes, there's postcards in here. Yes, there are the faux postcards that we made, or some of them. There are vintage postcards from about the 30s. There are, I hate to say it, but there are postcards from the 80s, and I have a horrible feeling they're calling them vintage these days, which is really sad because that's my teenage years. And, you know, that was high school and at the early 80s, and, you know, the growing up, the teenage years, the going out on your own and living on your own and doing all that. And that was the 80s, and they're calling that vintage now. I'm sure they're not, but it's just rather sad. All right, so that will go. Yeah, that does fit in there beautifully. It fits in. It sits in here. I would like something in here. So I have left out my labels, bigger labels. I don't want to pop another flower on it. Let's have a look at some of these labels. You will just fit in there, won't you? All right, so that'll fit in there. As I said, it's the final touches. I have a vague idea of what I want to do with each of these pages, but not superbly, you know, and I tend to change as I go. Anyway, I want some wording off the side of that. So, let's have a look. And I had these ones out last night for another challenge on another Facebook group, which is an Australian Facebook group. And I needed to, oh yeah, I like that there. So I had to pull out all these because I forgot that I was up for the prompt. And got a message through saying, did you forget that you're up? Oh yeah, well I thought it had to be out on a Sunday. So I had to put everything aside and just shove it to the other side of the desk, as you do. Come up with the prompt, come up with the samples for it, and everything from that is still sitting there. All right. So if I just do to about there. Oh, it's working first up. Beautiful. All right. So I know that's going to go there. It's going to go about there. Yeah, I know. It would have been easier just to stick that one down first. But I've just had a thought. Right. I'm just going to go right up in that. Like so. That'll go there, and I just popped one of these. Oh, where did I put it? There you go. Look at that. Happy with that. Right, so that'll just give you lots of journaling space. I don't know if you can hear that wind again, but it's getting the washing dry, so I'm not complaining. Right, that's that one. Over here, I've got that bit done. This one, I needed something in, and I've got a pile of stuff here. Again, Loving and Rose from TaylorMade Journals. And I'm actually thinking, no, it's not going to be big enough. What I want is, so I told you I had all this sorted, and you're not going to be long enough anyway. I've got another one of those sitting somewhere, yeah, where I've stuck it onto there and not gone any further, so we'll just trim that up. So yes, so this other challenge is we are coming up with ways to use our 12 by 12 sheets. So we've had What was our first one? Turn ugly into wow. You know, we've all got those 12 by 12 sheets sitting there that we go, why did we buy that? What on earth was the point of that? So we all challenged ourselves in the first week to create ugly into wow. And there was some beautiful ones. Mind you, it just made us all realise just how what we decide is ugly doesn't necessarily mean somebody else decides it's ugly. I'm going to go darker with that one. So that was our first week. Our second week was signatures. Using up 10 sheets of single-sided scrapbook paper, 12 by 12 paper, and then doing something with the white side to change it, be it stenciling, be it coffee dyeing, tea dyeing, be it just mixed media, be it collage and all the rest, and making up signatures, and then another 12 by 12 sheet as your front journal cover, and making up a quick travel journal or whatever else from 12 by 12, so that they measured, well, they ended up measuring 6 by 12, but you could cut them down and all the rest. So this was week 3, and it was up to me. And on the square ones. Oh, sorry, just reaching down for one of these. And so, I've got those done. I've got them done, and where did I put them? This has been the problem with this. I keep making things and sitting them aside and then losing where I've set them aside. So yes, so week 3 is up to me. Again, using your 12 by 12s. But this time what we've done is creating components with 12 by 12s. And I have got all of these. What did I do with them? There'll be a slight delay. I've just got to get that microphone off because I think I've sat them on behind me. Yep, I did, because I was flattening them, and that was last night. Yes, so it's making up components with your 12 by 12s. So, again, these were actually from a diary that I picked up cheap. It was a 2023 diary, and I picked it up at the local post office for $2, but it was a floral one, and it also had these in there for gardening notes for whatever month or whatever week. But I adhered them to the picture pages, which gave me these wonderful, wonderful journaling cards. Look at them. Aren't they just great? So I want something that's going to go with that. That one might. Look at them. Oh, look, here, we'll go with the rose for La Vie en Rose. Yes, so my turn was last night. I came up with the prompt for that, and out of my 12 by 12, I created, hang on, I'll show you because they're sitting here. I did my envelope. All right, so that's just an 8 1/4 inch square. Get your 12 by 12, measure over 8 1/4, cut it down. Your long strip then became like a coin pocket, okay? So that was the long strip. And then the little piece across the bottom, I then turned into a little paper bag. So, not a single scrap. That's awesome for me. So, yeah, so that was mine last night. So, and then another lady will do it next week. And slowly but surely, like in 100 years, we will all work our way through our 12 by 12s as long as we don't purchase any more. It's when we then turn around and purchase more because, just got to have it, that it defeats the purpose. Right, so I want to fill that like that. Right, lovely. I'll give that a blow because my, I'm going to need to change that. Right, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. This one I want in here. So again, another one of these book pages, but I've tea dyed the front. I'll zip that one to the side. And I'm going to fold it in half. Like so. And I'll use my bone scorer, which I set here. Straight down there. I'm going to ink it up, but I'll go back to my brushed corduroy this time. Straight down there. Now I want to pop a little bit of journaling space or something like that on the inside. At the moment it is still just the book page. So you can see here it's still just the book page. Alright. That's that one. And I'll ink the inside once I know exactly what I'm doing for that. So what I want to do with this one is this one's going to slide over this page and be attached with a paper clip so that that's sitting here. So you've got journaling in here. And I want a little bit of journaling space in here. I don't want too much. So I'm thinking I might just put a... Oh, look, hang on a moment. Just up here, I've got some offcuts. Oh, look, if I do that... No, I don't want it that wide. Hang on. I've got so many offcuts here, and I bet you they're all the same size. Yeah, of course they are. So we're going this size. I'm going to go that one. Let's just turn that whole one into that with a border around it. I'll trim that off there. And I'll trim that one up. We'll use the brushed corduroy on this one again as well, because that's what most of this book has been done in, just the brushed corduroy. And I like that side better. So this one's coffee dyed. It's one of my coffee dyed 12, not 12 by 12, so I've got 12 by 12 on the brain now. It's just one of my coffee dyed A4 papers. And I'm going to glue that in there where the gap. So I'm going to just ink around here first and go in a little bit so it's not quite as white as it is now. Like so, which will cover most of that white anyway because we're going to have a border around it. Turn that back on itself that way and going in here. So I'm not doing just my little burnt edge that I normally do. I'm really going in there and changing a little bit of that colour so that, yep. Okay, so we will glue that on now. I'll just sit that back the other way. Move this book, and this is where I'm having trouble with it because it's so big, it's so heavy. I do need to work out postage and all the rest on that yet because it is quite heavy because it's got so much in it. Now, all right, and I did try not to buy anything else to go in it, and I didn't. The little book that I said that I got from the post office, the diary, I actually bought that about 2 or 3 months ago, and it's been sitting in my car. It has. It's been sitting in my car since then to pull out one day. Well, I finally pulled it out. So technically, that's not buying anything new for it. I already had it. So, I have been able to use a lot of my stickers and things like that that I've got through either Temu or Grabby or Your Creative Studio, any of those sorts of ones. I've gone back to my digitals. I've used Witchcraft You Do. I've used TaylorMade Journals. There's some Graphic Fairy in there, or Graphics Fairy in there. So, yeah, I haven't purchased anything new for this, and I've been able to get through a lot. I've cut die cuts out. I've just, yeah, gone everywhere. Right, so that's that side. This side, do I want... I like that in there. So maybe if I just put... something up there with some labels, because I quite like this. So what I'm thinking I might do move that. What were we using? Brushed corduroy. I'm going to go down this side as well. Right, and we'll change the colour of that and just blend it all in. Yes, I know, I'm just doing this with my hand in the air, which is probably not a great way to do it, but for me it gives me that variegated, and I know variegated's not the right word, but it gives me that variegated look, so it's all blotchy and all the rest, and I like that. If you want a perfect finish, don't look at me. If you want a perfect finish, sit it flat on the table, you know, and work your way in that way. But for me, I don't need to do that writing area because I'm going to change that anyway. I like that look. But again, you know, that's just me. Not everybody has to like that. A little bit of it on there. And that's the offcut that I had from that section. So I know it's the same width. And that's going to sit up there like that. And I like this down here. I quite like that actually. And I'm going to put a few labels or something on that. So we'll glue this one in that way. Right, like so. Yuck. About the same gap as the one on the other side, just so that they all match in. That one, I've gone to where it should have been, and it wasn't there, it was still here. Now we'll put it back where it needs to be. And I just wiped it on my hand to get rid of the glue off the edges of it. That's all. So that's going to open out like so. I want to put some labels on that. Let's have a look at what we've got. Ooh. So going back to these ones. Got all sorts. I got all sorts. Unknown insects. Water. Don't want that. Don't want that. I do like that. So we'll just have a flick. There we go. Just a matter of looking at what you've got and where they could go. All right, so let's have a look at those. Pick up Kylie. Songs, no. Oh, I like that one. Actually, I like that one better because I like the colours in that. That's almost the colours of that. So we will cut out bloom or flowers. We'll cut the two of them out now, and then we can have a look at which one we want. And these ones are from Witchcraft Do You Do. Fairly certain these ones were a freebie that they offered on Playing with Paper and Glue, but you'll be able to find them now on their actual website as well under their digital. So do I go there? No, I want it down there like that. Happy with that. That one's already been inked around, so we'll go the darker ones so that they match that. Yeah, just darkens it up, gets rid of the white core colour, and we'll do the same with that. And we've got all our colours matching, just straight round it. And all I'm doing is getting rid of that white on the edge. That one can go back away. Right. So I want that one way over there. And then you can still journal on this little bit. That one's going to go in and out there, so we'll put that one in first. Just going to use my white glue because it's here. And it should come out because we were using it a minute ago. Like so. So if I just sit that in place at the moment, it's going to go about there. This one's going to slide in there just to the edge of the S so that it's over. I'll move that one down now and actually just straighten it up like so. This one's going to go on top. I'm thinking, hang on. Let me just rethink that. Do I want that in there like so? Or do I just want that up there? I'm actually thinking I like it just up there. All right. So we'll put this one in. It's my mind. It's just the way it works. It's a woman's prerogative to change your mind. Did you not know that? All right. Sit. Down there like that. So it's not right in the centre, so it'll still fold over nicely. Do a little bit of glue on this one. I didn't check the time that we started, and I want to have time for a flip through. What do we got? 24 minutes. Okay. So that's that one. That's that one. I want just a little paper clip, and I want to be able to put some lace on the end of that. So we'll go back to that one, put the lid on that one, pull this all back out again. Bloom we didn't use, and that one's going to go over that. It'll sit in there like so. That I'm going to clip on about there, and I'm going to leave that section out, and we're going to just pop some lace on the edge of it. I've got a couple others that I've got to put lace on as well. And again, I didn't pull my lace out because I've just got so much lace, so we'll just have a look. I've got to shuffle my seat over to pull my drawers out properly. I want a fine, little fine lace that's in a grungier type colour, I think. I don't want it too pale. So if I could move the camera, I would, and I'd show you exactly what I've got here, but that's fine. That's fine, and then you could help me pick, couldn't you? That one's an okay colour. Not that. There we go. Yeah, I just want a little bit of that. Is what I want. And I'm just going to tie a knot in that. Like so. Right, that's that one. So it can stick out there like that. That's that, my last page. Right, I was lucky enough to come across at auction a pile of first day covers. Which are these? So this one, of course, is 1990. They range from 1987 through to 94, I think. And, you know, and I mean a stack of them. So I've got all these wonderful envelopes. And I know that this one is too long for this, but I'm happy to have it sitting up because when it's closed, you'll still see the little bits of that. So I went through them all until I could find some pretty, and I don't want a stamp or anything on it because somebody might want a first day cover. So that's going to go in there, and I want one more of these. I should have a yellow one as a journal card. Sure, there, look at that. So yes, so that was that one. Other pages we've got to do. Now, let's have a look. Let's do this flip through and we'll double check we've done everything as we go. So let's pretend all that's nicely tied. Go back to the start and we'll do this flip through. So here's all our envelopes that we did at the start. We've got journal cards. Some I'll put back in as we go, some I won't. We'll see how we go. I've got postcards. I've got more of these little books from Levy and Rose with tailor-made journals. There's so many pockets in this, which is why it ended up weighing so much. So I've got some of these ones that we did on our postcards. Back over to this one. Postcard. Now, this is of the gorge in Tasmania, in Launceston, and I've left the whole thing on here. So this is from 1990-something, 13th of April. But I've left all that there with the postcard as well. And again, all these floral ones that I've been finding. Another one of our postcards that we've done. Back onto this one now. Another postcard. So these are real ones. Set them out a little bit. I've got a little file folder in here. Okay. So that's that one. And that's from Levy and Rose as well. I've got another one from Levy and Rose, which is a check. Just sit you there so you can see that it's there. I've got a couple more bookmarks or journal cards in here. One up there. I've lost the other one. We'll find it later. This one, this was from that diary. Look at the hydrangeas. And again, we've got little pockets in here. Now, these are doilies that have been die cut out, coffee dyed, and then stamped. And so we've got 3 of these in here, all little journal cards and journaling down there. That one goes back in there. As I said, there's an awful lot in this one. An awful lot. Right, so that's that one. The inside of this one has some more from Levy and Rose. And then in here we did this one, of course, and I've got one of those journaling cards that we were doing before. So that's our front section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that all gets done up and held in place. With that, I'll just tie that as that for now, I think, and I'll go back and tie it properly. Now we'll go over into our actual journal. So, first pages. We've got a pocket here with another one of our journal cards. We've got a little folio frame with our flowers. We've got our front page. I think this is Which Craft Do You Do? That's Which Craft Do You Do. This was a die cut that I had. And just some florals and leaves. Journaling space. We've got... that needed... Do I want that one? That's what else I had to go back to. I needed to go back and put some more lace on that one as well. It'll need a smaller one again. Now, I knew there was something else that I had to do in there with that lace. Let's put a little bit of this one in there. About there. Right. I knew there was something else, that one. So this is a double paper clip and it goes over the page. But both of these will come off, okay? So I'll just tie this one back on. This is why we like doing flip throughs, because then we can actually see what we've missed. There we go. I'll just tie that one in a knot as well. Whoop. And I missed it, and I missed it, and I missed it again. Right. I want that one to sit up like that. Right, so we've got that one. Turning over our page. No, we won't. Turn over our page. Got some journaling space and some florals. We've got a doily with a pocket with a card in there. On this side, we've got another pocket, a couple of cards, more journaling space. Another pocket with our postcards. More lovely florals everywhere. My vintage newspaper, it has to come in somewhere. You'll find it dotted through here, wherever. Just some more book page. Some laces, some journaling. We've got our large one with a large journaling card for my babe. I really didn't want to cover up my babies in the bush. So that's what we've done with that one. That sits in. This side, yes, this side has another envelope with another journal card in it. We've got our paper bag, which I haven't put anything in, but before it sells, it'll have a plethora of other bits and pieces if you want to add to it. So that's that one. More journaling. We've got a beautiful, beautiful rose card here, which opens out, which has a pocket and a journaling card as well in there, and it also has another pocket in there. One of my sticks that I love to do, which are just like the icy pole sticks. Sorry, I'll bring it down. Just that one, the other side of our paper bag, which will have stuff in it. This one, again, my baby's in the bush. I didn't want to lose them, so it's there. It's got a pocket down here that's been made from another book page with the chapter still on it. A few little bits and pieces, and then one of my gusseted bags that I make. Gusseted. You know the word I want. It's not gusseted. What's this called? That stuff. One of my little bags that I make. Yeah, well, it'll come to me later on. Right, another pocket, another little bag made out of our book page. Quick, easy bag with a little lace sampler attached to it with a bulb pin. Serviette on that one, because that is the other side of Babies in the Bush, but it wasn't Babies in the Bush, it was the other one. So that all sits in there, and it all just matched. Look at this. It just matched perfectly. I couldn't believe I had that serviette. Here, and we're up to where we just went then. So we've got that one. We've got more journaling. We've done that one. We've got the rest of our doily with a pile of bits and pieces in it here. On the other side, we've got another pocket. We've got another envelope that was a download. Now, I think it was Graphics Fairy, but don't quote me on it. I'm not quite certain. More lace. This is some of this beautiful, this pink lace. That was the one I used. Yeah, this came from Which Craft Do You Do? Look at this pack of lace that I got from Which Craft Do You Do? So it's given me some other colours to pop in these sorts of things instead of my normal tans and browns. And back on to this one, finishing off with that and all that. So I hope you like this. This has been well and truly a labour of love. Oh, no, one more thing to finish. As I said before, we've got, when I sewed in the signature, I informed you, and then I did the extra little bit up here. So, here is my dangle that I made. So it's all in the pinks and the greens and the blues. These are a blue to match in with this. It's just been popped on a alligator clasp. I think that's what they're called. So it's just got 2 strands of chain, and then I've just added bits. And a lot of these bits are from necklaces that are already attached like that. So I can just break up the necklaces into strips and attach them as I go, like so. So that one will now, oh, broke my thumbnail at work yesterday and I've got nothing there. Right, so that one will now just go in here on that. Open it up, Kylie. Like so. Close that, make sure it's nicely closed. And that then dangles down there so that it matches in with all of this. Now, I put them on these clasps so that if you don't like them, you can take them off. You can put them on something else and all the rest. So they don't have to stay on your journal. I love them, but yeah, sometimes they're a bit of a pain. If you're using your journal, yes, they're a bit of a pain. And let's face it, they make lovely little key ring holders. You know, you can clip that on your key ring. You can clip it on your handbag. I love dangles, absolutely love them. So I've done a video last year, I think, of creating these dangles. I will link that below as well. I will link my Ko-fi shop with this in it below as well. The Witchcraft You Do digital site is always linked below. If I remember, I'll do tailor-made journals as well, because a lot of hers was in here. The rest of it was all book pages and bits from, as I said before, Your Creative Studio. I've got another one of her unboxings to do in a couple of days. Looking forward to doing that. Grabby, which was one of the latest ones I did. I hope you've enjoyed this. I will now get back onto the pink one. And you can see how flat that is, even though all my pages are in there. Exactly the same amount of pages. There's this one. Oh, I haven't sewn it in yet. And there's that one. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for following along with this series with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all very, very much. Till next time, probably tomorrow. Happy crafting. Bye.